It is February 24th, 2011, and this is the SC Center. Hello, everyone out there. It is quite late, currently on Wednesday. It's actually already Thursday. Sorry for getting this to you guys so late, but we are busy people. What can we say? We're still getting it done. Patrick is actually sounding a little bit sick today, so if you hear any sniffling or anything like that, we do apologize in advance. And if there's not too much excitement from us, it's because we're actually quite tired. So let's just go ahead and move on and stop making apologies. We had Code A Day 2 of the GSL, and we had Moon going into this. And did we say that? I think we both said Virus would take that over Moon, right? I'm pretty sure we were.
Let's say we said that.
Because I'm pretty sure we both, at least I think I said that Moon wasn't going to do that well, simply because of how he's been doing in the past. And Virus took him out on Shakuras. Moon taking game 2 on Crevasse, but then Virus closed it out on Zelnaga Caverns. Not too many people did not expect that. Really wasn't that surprising. Gonzi over Hey-Pro, though. A lot of people were obviously cheering for Hey-Pro as the Foreigner game of yesterday. And the Scrap Station game wasn't that great. I would say the Terminus Re was a little bit more competitive, as it did go for probably about 30 or 40 minutes. I'm not sure the exact time. But Gonzi took out Hey-Pro 2-0, and Scrap Station really wasn't that close. Did you happen to watch the games, Patrick?
I did. I especially remember the Terminus RE match. The Scrap Station match wasn't that close. Terminus was just, honestly, it was long, and it was cool to watch, but it was ugly. Hey-Pro lost like almost 2,000 in unhatched, like Gonzi would come up on a hatchery trying to get up. Hey-Pro wouldn't cancel it.
I tried to forget that, but you're 100% right.
Yeah, it was ugly. I was rooting for Hey-Pro, but there was just never a point where I thought he was really going to take it.
Yeah, it was kind of heartbreaking watching those hatcheries not get canceled like 6 or 7 times, like you just said. But, anyways, moving on, something that we both said, I am most assuredly sure that we said that Ace was going to take out Coca, and Coca actually beat him 2-0, first game on Metalopolis, second on Scrap Station. Ace really made kind of a name for himself in the GSL Team League, came into Code A. A lot of people were expecting him to obviously go to the up and down matches, as a lot of people thought he was Code S material. And he got pretty much destroyed yesterday by Coca. I mean, they were pretty competitive games. I shouldn't say destroyed. Some people might take that literally. But he took him out 2-0. So, I mean, that's got to say something. And then, of course, the fourth and final game yesterday was between Yu-Gi-Oh! From Slayers against Lenok Foyu. Lenok, I think it's pretty much generally known that he should be a Code S player. He 2-0'd Yu-Gi-Oh! The game on Crossfire lasted about probably 60 minutes long, or however it was, just because Yu-Gi-Oh! Lenok wouldn't commit to actually finishing them. There was a bunch of skirmishes in the middle with infestors and things like that kind of delayed the game a little bit, but Lenok easily took him out towards the end of that game. It was a ZVZ that actually lasted quite some time. Go check that out. What happened in the Code S matches for round of 32? What is going to happen tonight, I should say.
Well, today we have Group C and D. Group C, of course, with our hero Liquid Jinro going up against Pulp Prime to begin with, and then Rainbow and Check Prime. Jinro and Rainbow really the two big names, although Pulp and Check are big as well.
Yeah.
Coming into this, Jinro with the 2 recent round of 4 finishes, and Rainbow, the hero from the first couple of seasons of GSL. It's going to be exciting to see this, and I think Jinro should be able to get out of this group, so that's good to see. More Foreigner success.
Yep.
And then Group D, we have Nada again, the best Foyu, and Hung and Prime and OGS Top. We're going to see how Top does in Code S, and of course, see how Nada does. So I'm super excited for that. What happened in the GCPL?
So GCPL kicked off its 7th, I think, and final week before the playoffs. It started earlier today, about, I want to say, maybe 2 hours ago, so this is very recent. And it opened up with Empire versus Team Liquid, and Koss, he's making a big name for himself. He took out Tyler 1-0. Obviously, it's a best of 1 for the first 4 games. So Koss ended up taking out Tyler. And Rhett, I don't even know how to say Empires. I've never even heard of this Empire player. I've casted a lot of games in GCPLs with Empire in them. And I have no idea who HO8OT is. But Rhett took him out. So I guess that's all that matters. You don't really need to know too much. TLO took out Beastie Cutie. And then Hey Pro closed it out against Aristio. Which doesn't surprise me too much. It's good to see at least Hey Pro kind of bouncing back and securing that win. And tomorrow also known as today if it's past 12 a.m. like it is for me right now. We've got Fnatic MSI against Root, and this is a big match because this will decide, I believe, 4th place and who advances into the playoffs. So kind of a preview, we've got TT1 against KiwiKaki at PvP on Delta Quadrant, Sin against Druby on Blistering Sands, Phoenix against QXE on Lost Temple, and Kawaii Rice against Cats on Shakuras. Those are going to be some awesome games. We've got 2 mirrors in there, a TVZ between Sin and Druby, and also a TVZ between Kawaii Rice and Cats. I can't wait for that. TT1 KiwiKaki should be very exciting stuff. Delta Quadrant PvPs are kind of maybe some of the more interesting PvPs simply because of that map. And then QXC and Phoenix are going to be going at it TVT on Lost Temple, which I think is probably one of the best TVT maps in the sense that the games tend to last for quite some time. What are your thoughts on the GCPL? Well, I think, I would say KiwiKaki will take it because he's damn creative. TT1 over TT1. Druby could take out Idra. I think he could take out Sin. And the only thing is it's on Blistering Sands, so that might be kind of hard. QXE against Phoenix. I'm going to have to go with QXE taking that on Lost Temple. And, I'm going to have to say Cats taking... I'd say Kawaii Rice over Cats, honestly. So what does that put me at? I guess that's 2-2 and going into the ace.
Yeah. Well, who takes it in the ace?
I think the ace player for MSI is probably going to be Phoenix. And for Root, I would definitely think it's going to be KiwiKaki. And I don't know. I honestly think Phoenix could probably take that, but maybe KiwiKaki's got some crazy strategies that he typically does tend to do, and he's got him saved for an ace match tomorrow. It's going to be a really, really big match between those two teams.
Yeah, Root gets crazy. I mean, my personal prediction, I think Fnatic's going to take it 3-1 with KiwiKaki taking out the only win against TT1, but I mean, you can't count Root out. Root has a volatile style of play overall. It was funny hearing Tyler talk yesterday about how Root's one of these really talented teams who doesn't get the sponsorship dollars that they deserve.
It's true.
So, yeah, it's definitely true. So they're definitely going to put up a fight. I say 3-1, but I mean that with all due respect to Root. Root can take this for sure. It's definitely worth tuning into. So what's going on with the Strat Bunker Lazarus showdown?
So, yeah, it is a showdown match, or a show match, rather, for $300, and it was between Huck and Jinro. And the VODs will be posted down below in the description. I didn't want to spoil this because it is a show match. So go check all those VODs out. Apparently there's 4 games, meaning that was a best of 7 maybe? Maybe I am spoiling in a sense that someone's going to get 4-0'd. Uh-oh, I didn't even think about that. But go check out the VODs on YouTube. I'm sure they're great games, as Huck and Jinro are pretty good friends. They play a lot together, so you probably will see some maybe different strategies than they're used to playing with. What happened today in the Black Dragon League, Patrick?
The Black Dragon League, JP's favorite league because of the name. We have Elfie going against Demaga. Demaga took it 2-1, and we had Manny and Naniwa. Naniwa took it 2-1. I love it when those two play. I feel crazy saying those names. And then Goody against White Raw, 0-2. White Raw has just, of course, been on a tear.
White Raw's a baller, man.
He's a baller.
I hope he makes it out to MLG Dallas. I can't wait to just have a conversation about whatever with that guy. That's going to be incredible.
Yes, very good, very good.
Yes,
I love White Raw. In the world of SC2 news, Artosis has left MYM. I don't think this is a big shock to anyone, because Artosis is sick and a terrible caster. No, I didn't see what the benefit there was, honestly. Artosis didn't put the MYM name out there very much. MYM wasn't flying him around or anything. I think he'll probably fit in better with different sponsors or maybe a different team. Lucifron left Fnatic. Speaking of that team, Lucifron hasn't really been showing much since early beta. It's going to be interesting to see. He joined a new Spanish team, APSC2. It's going to be interesting to see what he does there. Maybe he'll be able to rededicate himself to the game. And did you happen to catch the Korean netizen reaction to NASL?
Yeah, I skimmed through that thread. It was from TL.net user DSN4001. And he was talking about how one of his friends were asking him about what the Koreans were kind of feeling when it came to the NASL. And there are some great random users, so to speak, in here, some translations. Why is the website so bad? I thought that was kind of funny. GSL finally has competition. I was a little bit upset because they don't consider MLG to be competition. In Control is a bear, probably the best one. And then there, of course, were some notable players. We had Cheetah Prime saying that he really wants to go, vote for him. Startel A saying vote for the Startel players, and then talking about the prize pool. And TSL Happy, who just simply said, wow. So it sounds like they're pretty impressed by the recent announcement of the Nasal League. And we'll have to see kind of how that develops over the next couple of months, as the league is really just all talk right now and really nothing to be seen. So I think everyone's going to be kind of waiting for that. And it has become quite the talk on the Team Liquid forums. There's a thread out there by Tyler that is like skyrocket. I think it got like 17 pages or something in a couple of minutes. So go check that out. I think it's called... They're basically talking about the 5-player cap limit on teams. If you listened to State of the Game last night, it's something that Tyler was really focusing on when we interviewed Russell. Of course, you can go listen to that, as it is up on our blip at itmejp.blip.tv, and also on iTunes and everything like that. It's a good interview, I thought. Russell's pretty good at it. He answered all the questions to the best of his ability and didn't really field anything. So good to hear from him. What is going on with the Reddit's, the Reddit community, really? It seems like there's a lot coming out from them.
Yeah, of course, the Reddit community, definitely the biggest up-and-coming community right now, starting to take its place next to Team Liquid. And right now what they're doing is running... They're famous for their tournaments, for their show matches, and their opens lately, and one user decided to wrap it all together and bring in some educational charities, this to add on to the Frag for Cancer stuff that's been going on lately. So if you're interested in donating to some charities, getting books to underprivileged people or whatever, what have you, I have the specifics in the thread down below. You should check that out. And what's going to happen is every $10 you donate or whatever, a portion goes to the charity, but then a portion goes to a show match, and a portion goes to a big Reddit tournament. So it's going to be awesome. Those guys put on great events. If you saw the Reddit Invitational, I'm sure you saw it, and it was phenomenal, and all the casters loved it, which is really cool to hear how impressed Day 9 was and whatnot. I think JP as well. But I think that's all.
Yeah, they're a great organization. Go and support Reddit as much as you guys can, as they're pretty much doing it all. They are doing it out all of their pockets. So great to see that kind of support for esports. And again, a little bit of a late SC Center today, but we got it out. You can follow myself on Twitter at twitter.com/itmejp. You can follow Patrick at twitter.com/chobopeon. You can submit tips to the tip line at tips@itmejp.com. I wrote it tips at... Well, I'm not going to say what I wrote, but it was wrong. I'm glad I could think on the fly like that.
That's the second time, I think.
Maybe. You can see our mascot right here up on to my left a little bit. He's a very friendly cat. Make sure you pet him on the monitor, please, for me. Support SC Center. See you guys tomorrow. We are out. And what's tomorrow? Is tomorrow the weekend edition? No, tomorrow's Thursday. So one more day till the weekend edition. See you guys then.
Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah.
Don't get Patrick. I'm out of here. We're gonna talk. Jesus.